What's up? It's Trev.
And it's your girl Lisa. We about to talk that real with y'all.
So get your snacks, your drinks,
or tea,
and get ready.
Cause we not holding back.
But don't be mad at us.
It is what it is. Okay.
What's
sorry.
up, baby?
What's
How
up?
are you?
No, it's baby.
Baby.
What's up, baby?
Okay, baby.
Oh, my baby. So yeah, my little one. I'm good. Yeah. I miss our family.
Me too.
I'm not
Me too. No, I be going through it. Like, it was so nice having our family here for the last month.
Literally like over a month, I think.
Yeah, there was people in our house for like 6 weeks.
Yeah, like
straight.
Yeah, like 7 weeks. I feel like
something
almost.
Like that.
Yeah, we just had our daughter, our second child, and so we had people come during the baby shower, and then it was like a revolving door. Like it never stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tara came, my friend came, and then my stepmom and my sister came, and then your mom and dad came, and then your auntie came.
Yeah,
and then
there was one day in that time where we didn't have people.
Yeah,
one night.
It was amazing though, honestly. Like I appreciated all the help. I definitely needed that, to be able to feel back to myself, get back on my feet. And it's a lot with the toddler. And he had to go back to work after 2 weeks, so it was really good having like another woman around, like your dad came, he was great, but like just woman to woman.
Yeah, definitely. I get it, and it was cool. Like when my parents left, like they were a mess. Like my mom was like, I don't want to go. My dad was getting in the car crying.
I didn't see
but
that.
like they love us,
Absolutely.
And they really enjoyed their time here. I think they had a lot of fun. Almost a little too much fun, because I'm mad like you had to go and use my parents, particularly my mom, against me in a prank that I wasn't feeling that. I thought that was terrible form on your part.
What? First of all, on my part, your mom participated too.
Yeah, but you roped her into it.
Guys, if you don't know, we obviously, as you know now, we prank each other. More so, I prank him because like that's just my thing. I'm so good at it. And on our channel, The Saints Family, we have been pranking each other for years. Also, we started on my channel, Lisa Unique, and when his parents was here, I just thought it was like such a bomb idea for. He's a daddy's girl. He's a mama's boy, and I thought it would be such a good idea to like just bother him about it. His mom is so sweet, and the whole prank was supposed to get her to just straight up call me like you bitch, and she's so nice, so like it didn't come out, and like I had to tell her like, call me a bitch. So more so is like us arguing, but even still, I'm pretty sure like that was like very painful for him to say, for him to go through. But it was so funny, guys. You gotta watch it. Like literally, like people messaged me from everywhere talking about like that prank is so good, and like your mom did so good.
She did. I gotta give it to her. She did a really good job. Like, I know. I'm glad. My dad, you could tell he had a problem. Like he didn't want to go up against me. I think like he seemed to like take the back road and like I'm just gonna deal with the baby.
He was like, I'm out of it.
But there was like definitely like y'all sold it. I really thought like I was like, yo, like they have beef. Like that never happens. Like
we'd never.
Oh my god. But I mean, I guess like in all seriousness though, babe, like. Like how would you deal with it if like, or what would you do if like my mom didn't like you or y'all didn't get along? Like,
ooh.
Like what's like how like would we even be here? You think like what? Talk to me.
No,
I feel like give me some input,
babe. I feel like you know me better than that. Like, I think it would depend really on how bad it got and if it never got fixed or I was in a situation where I felt uncomfortable all the time.
Yeah.
But I think knowing that if me and your mom was to ever have some type of like not liking to each other, I don't think we would be here because I don't like that feeling of being uncomfortable. And nah. I just couldn't deal with it. Like, hell no. Like no. I don't like that. Like I think go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I go ahead. Just finish what you were gonna say.
I don't remember now.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was really rude of me to cut you off.
No, babe.
So I was thinking, I was like, do you think there's like, I feel like it's like anything else. Like you would just, there's certain people you would probably put up with it for to some extent. No, like I don't know. I think if you're, I don't know. as you can tell, this has never happened to me.
No, it would not.
Everybody likes me.
You were talking about your mom. Everybody likes your mom.
But still, I'm just saying, like, parents, like other people's parents.
Oh, no, other people's parents didn't always like you?
Yeah.
How many other people's parents you met?
I don't know. But everybody, I'm just saying, everybody that meets me likes me. Nobody's immune. Parents, babies, grandparents.
Why is that? Who do you think you are?
I don't know. I'm a nice guy.
That's why I had to be you.
That's why you on the circle.
Because I had to be him. Yeah, I don't know. But, so you never been in that situation. I wouldn't say she didn't like me. She's just weird. Like, my first boyfriend in high school, like, his mom was, like, really into our relationship. Well, I can't even say just our relationship, like, because he was cheating on me. He had a whole nother girlfriend, and, like, she was in that, too.
You think the mom knew?
Yeah, she definitely knew.
Oh, that's a whole nother topic. But
I told the whole story time on my YouTube channel. Y'all go check it out. Like, it was, like, redonkulous. So, anyway, it was very, like, her vibe was so weird. Like, she acted like she liked me, but then there were times that, like, I can't tell with this lady. But I was in high school, so it was different. Like, me as a grown ass woman, like, I definitely wouldn't be able to deal with somebody's mom not liking me, especially because he was a mama's boy, and like, and like, she made sure she came first. Yeah, and like, in a relationship,
that's a problem.
Yeah, in a relationship, you have to understand that your kid's significant other at some point has to come before you. You know, at what point, that's up to, like, I guess, you to decide, or like maybe your child decides or whatever. But what?
No,
I thought you was about to say something.
I have questions. But
no, I mean, I'm just saying, like, but regardless of all of that, like, I just don't like that uncomfortable feeling, and I don't ever like to feel if I ever have to feel uncomfortable, I'm removing myself out of that situation. Okay. Period. Like, it doesn't matter.
Now, what if, like, but if that situation, what if that's a situation happens where the mom doesn't like you, you kind of feel like they don't, but you, like, nothing to actually happen up to this point, and then finally, like, it's a ticking time bomb goes off, but your boyfriend steps in or your husband steps in, and then they, like, have your back. You know, that doesn't change the fact that the mom doesn't like you.
Exactly.
But that, knowing that, like, that person has your back, now does that change things for you, or are you still just like, you know what, like, I don't want to come between you and your mom, I'm gonna dip? Or are you just like, you know what, like, maybe I stick it out?
Yeah, I wouldn't dip right away. I would definitely, like, try to stick it out and see, like, I don't know, like, you know, just how it progresses.
Okay. Or I feel like I'm interviewing you.
I know, me too. But I also think, like, I would definitely be reluctant to take steps forward in that relationship, knowing that I have bad vibes or bad energy from the mom. Okay. So even though it was never spoken or nothing was ever, like, really, like, rude or whatever, like, that's what you're saying, right? Like, we never had, like, an argument or whatever, or let's say we did and he took up for me, I still feel like that one time could turn into many more times. Yeah. And I would definitely be, like, very, like, I don't know, like, this is not something that I really want to.
Now, if that was to happen, do you think this is a point where it's the right course of action to maybe, like, say, all right, here's what's going on, mom. Like, we need to hash this out. You and I, put all the cards on the table. You don't like me. I don't like you because you don't like me. What's the problem? Yeah. Because I think y'all there's something that you would both have in common. Or I shouldn't even, we're saying mom, but, like, this could be parents, right? Like, mom and dad.
Or dad, yeah.
You know, like, this, what we have in common is that we both care about this one person in your life. And we all want their happiness. Yeah. Like, you're, you know, they're his parents. You make him happy. I'm his woman. I make him happy. Like, what can we do so that we're not hurting this one person? Because there's nobody that is hurting more. Is that, like, a conversation you think you would have?
I would definitely have it, but I don't know if I would be the one to initiate it. It depends on the type of woman that person is. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, because, like, I also feel like if the person has such a strong personality, I wouldn't initiate it, just because I also have a strong personality and it can go left very quickly. You know, like, I don't I don't like when people disrespect me. I don't like when people are rude to me. I don't like when people have an attitude with me, especially if I'm the one reaching out. Like, that's when I feel like, okay, now you're like dissing my pride and my ego, and then then it becomes like an ego trip,
right.
you know. Then it's like, hold up, like nah, bitch, like you're not about to talk to me like that. I don't care who you are, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't trying to go there.
Feel like you like, even if the mom doesn't or the parents don't, like, do you feel like to some extent maybe like, well, I mean, I can answer this question, could be answered a couple different ways.
Okay, tell me.
Do you feel like you'd potentially owe it to your partner to try? Because I can also say like the parents owe it to their kid to try. Like, I can understand both sides of it, but I'm guessing, like, I want to know like your perspective.
So given that, I'm assuming we're talking about like a serious relationship, right? Like, or maybe even
I think,
being
like,
engaged or whatever.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Because I think like there's a certain point you get to where if you wouldn't be having this thought if it wasn't something you were serious about. If you weren't serious about it, you'd be like, yo, your mom don't like me. I'm not really like, it ain't worth my time. I'm out. But if you start to stick it out, you know, and like, okay, I see this going somewhere, but there's this issue.
It also depends on how often I would have to see this person, because I know a friend that doesn't really like get along with their partner's mom or whatever, and like they never had an actual beef or actual argument, but you know, it's like the situation like we was talking about earlier. Like, you can just tell like there's some type of bad energy in between them two. Like, they just don't vibe with each other well, and they never had the conversation, and I'm a little surprised, but not really at the same time. But I think it's also because it's more like, I don't really have to deal with you that often, so when I do, I'll just deal with it,
right?
And when I'm not around you, like, hey, I ain't around you, like, I don't have to deal with it. So this is very Monster-in-Law vibes. Did you ever see that movie?
That's what I was gonna get to.
I love
I was gonna talk about that.
Go ahead, talk about it.
No, just like the fact that, like, you know, in the movie, was it Jennifer Lopez? Or Jennifer Lopez movie, I don't know the other characters. Jane Fonda was the mom. Fonda was the mom.
I don't know.
So Jane Fonda's son was getting married to J-Lo's character. They didn't get along in this whole movie. They're just going back and forth.
It's crazy.
It's pretty crazy. Funny. Yeah, they started going off and they just did not get along. So, you know, it's those situations. Obviously, in the end, it's a rom-com.
Yeah.
They figure it out. They come together. Everything's cool. But that's not always the case. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Sidebar, I would love to star in my own rom-com. I think I would do amazing.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Thank you, baby.
Absolutely. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, and at the end of the movie, they like slap each other. Like, it got to that point, like, nah, you put your yo, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you put your hands on me, like, it's a dub. I am not marrying your son. We about to scrap it out right here, and that's it. Nah.
Yeah. Because your son's probably not gonna want to marry you after you beat up their mom.
Yeah, I mean, damn. But now my question is with you, like, on a guy's note, knowing, like, you know, I love my daddy, and I call myself a daddy's girl. I don't know if I'm like really, really a daddy's girl, but what would you do if you didn't get along with my dad? Like, would you? What would like how like what would you do?
I feel like it's tough, kids, like to use your dad as an example. I feel like he's the nicest man on the planet.
Our parents are so nice. Like,
yeah, like we both got lucky. You know, it's really just like, I think that's a man to man thing. I think I would, if we're really serious about you, I think I'd have to talk to your dad, like sit down man to man. I think as a man, he'd respect that. Yeah. If he doesn't like me, he can at least respect that I'm willing to address that issue or the elephant in the room or whatever.
Picture that. Like,
because we're like,
no, friends. Not that. No, let's say you guys are like not liking each other, whatever. At some point, I could never picture you actually saying, "Hey, Mr. Little Puerto Rican Man."
Stop calling that.
That's my little Puerto Rican man. Would you sit down and talk to me so we can talk about your daughter? Like, I can't picture that.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's hard because you know him and I know him. Like,
no, I would never picture you doing that. Like,
but I'd have to. Because it's hard. Like, you know, everybody likes me.
Yeah, it's just because you're so easygoing. Like, you literally have no problem, like, hardly with anything. Like, hardly ever.
Nah, I'll be chilling. I just want to chill. I don't want to bother anybody. I don't want to be bothered. Like, how else can you live your life any more simple? You know what I mean? So, but I can't say, like, people, a parent hasn't liked me. And maybe it's just like, again, they didn't have to really tolerate me for like a lot or long enough or whatever for it to be a thing.
So wait, remember we had that conversation about that girl and
the interrogation.
Yeah. So did she not like you? Did she like feel a way towards you? She might have felt a way towards you.
So she felt a way, but that was based on like a couple different things that had happened before. And it was really like
before you or like before y'all sit down?
Before the sit down.
Okay.
It was
with
like
you and the girl.
Yeah, it was like minor things. It was like so one thing that was brought up to me, and I was like, what the hell is going on? She felt some kind of way because like it was the girl's birthday, and took her out to dinner, and it was like I can't remember. I don't know if I got her like anything actually physical, but mind you, this was like everything was super duper fresh. Like this was
early on in the relationship.
Yeah, and like to the point where it wasn't even like established that it was like anything at that point. Yeah. Okay. So she was like, and at this point too in my life, like time was not something that I had a whole lot of. Like was very busy. I made it a point to make myself available because that was important. So I was like, hey, it's your birthday, we're gonna hang out, we're gonna spend time together. Da, 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 da. Mom comes to me in this conversation and it's like, well, it's important that my daughter has like a gift, like something physical, blah 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 blah. Yo, I was like, she's like, you didn't get her something
materialistic.
I was like, whoa,
that's like actually ridiculous,
right? And I was like, this is what we're talking about. And again, that was an opportunity for a person to step in.
Yeah, I mean,
and it didn't happen.
Yeah,
and that was one of many occasions in this conversation where it didn't happen. And I was like, obviously that starts to change things for you. That puts a lot of things in perspective. And
that's why he kept calling me at night. He was in my bed. No. I'm gonna just be quiet. Okay.
But it's like, that stuff resonates with you. You're like, whoa. And then you're gonna think like, well, if you're not saying anything, do you agree with her? Like,
that's what you was thinking. I was thinking, like,
is that a conversation y'all was having?
I guess guys don't think like this, but I was thinking, like, if this is happening now, this is something that can happen in the future.
Yeah.
And, like how many times is this going to happen? Yeah.
And I'm, like, me feeling myself. I'm like, yo, like, I'm not going to sit here and have to, like explain myself.
Yeah.
Like.
And that really sucks for it to be, like, that was their first meeting, by the way. Like, for that to be the first meeting. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I was like, that bothered me. I wasn't feeling that. And I was like, I've done really well for myself. I'm a great catch. I'm a good person. I'm a good guy. Like, you're judging, you've already judged me and you haven't even met me. And I've got to, in this first meeting, I've got to defend myself.
Yeah.
I don't like the way this is going to go. Because I feel like there's going to be there's going to be a lot of situations where I have to defend myself to you. And I'm not up for that, not now.
See, I never met anybody's parents, like, really on a serious level. Like, where we was, like, dating and, like, he was like, oh, you want to... No. Only one guy. You want to meet my mom? No. No. I don't want to meet you. You don't want to meet... No, I don't... I'm not there yet with you. I'm sorry. Like, don't put me in that position. I was very much... Stay away.
Stay away from folks.
I was very much like, I don't want to be in no relationship if it wasn't with you, baby.
See, because you ain't have no problem meeting my family. You came right to the barbecue. Hey,
did I?
You did.
Oh yeah, that was our first time meeting. Well, your family, like when I met your family
and my aunt. You're very pretty.
I was really nervous. Actually,
I know.
I was very nervous, but on top of it, I was exhausted. I was like so tired. I went out the night before.
You did, and went right to work, and then came to the barbecue, and then ate. Hung out for a little bit and had to go crash. I was so tired and I felt so bad. But that's how I knew I loved his family, because his mom was like, you're so tired. Why don't you, Trevor, take her up to your room and like let her sleep. And in their barbecue, that was so rude of me. But I was so tired and like I could not function. Like I would have had to leave and I would have fell asleep driving home or something like that. Like I was so tired. Yeah. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm just looking at you.
You reminiscing?
I am a little bit.
Aww.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, comment below.
Yeah.
Let us know your situations.
Did you guys ever have a situation where like you didn't get along with your significant other's mom or dad? What did you do?
Yeah, that's really what I want to know.
What did they do?
Yeah.
How did you handle it? Are you still with them, or did that cause a breakup? I actually would love to know if it caused a breakup.
Right.
And like, is that something that you regret?
Or like, you know what I want to know too?
Yeah.
People that have like, there's been situations where it was a big problem and like y'all split. Y'all just said, you know what? I don't want to deal with this. Mm-hmm. And if it happened to you again and you're still with the person, because I feel like it happens. Like it happens pretty frequently. Like I know a good amount of people that marry couples that are like, yo, I don't really get along with my in-laws.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean? I cannot. Can you imagine that?
No, hell no.
I can't. I feel like we're such big family people that it would like we just wouldn't be able to deal with each other if one of us didn't like the other person's parent.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, well, anyway, guys, don't forget, subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, like this video.
Share with your friends.
Follow us on Instagram at It's The Saints.
And check out our other YouTube videos. We have a family channel where we vlog. That's The Saints Family 2. We also have our regular... Well, it's more of like a me and Trevor channel where we prank each other and do challenges and more relationship videos as opposed to just a podcast. That's The Saints Family. And of course, I have my own channel, At Least Unique. We do a lot of fun stuff, different content on every single platform. So check us out.
Yeah. And this podcast is available everywhere that you can actually find podcasts: Spotify, Pandora, Apple. Am I forgetting anything?
I don't know, but what he said and
everywhere.
Everywhere. All right, guys. We'll see you in our next video.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.